go. This is your first alert weather forecast as we take a look at what's going to go on for your Wednesday as you make your way through the middle part of your work week. You just got a few days to go before you get to the weekend, but I'm going to let you know what to expect as you make your way out the door for your work schedule or school or daily activities for your Wednesday. And we're going to take a look at our map here of all of the storms that's going on across the country. And we have this storm system area of low pressure that's going to be moving into Minnesota with a cold front extending back into the northern Rockies here across maybe the Denver with another piece of this cold front extending off the Pacific coast. And we're going to see a nice dry line here across the West Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico here. We'll see a dry line set up there, and we'll see our tropical moisture come in off of the Gulf of Mexico as it going to feed into this mid-latitude storm that's going to be rolling across the northern plains for you Wednesday, and down here across parts of East Texas into Louisiana and Arkansas is where we're going to see our severe weather once again. There's those isolated tornadoes, that large hail, damaging winds, some excessive rainfall that could cause some flash flooding down here in the southern Mississippi Valley. High pressure will be in control on the East Coast for once. You guys get another dry day, 2 consecutive dry days in a row. How about that for you? And then we see another low pressure center with a frontal boundary here coming on shore in the Pacific Northwest. That's going to start to spread rain here from Portland and Seattle, and with some snow in the higher elevations of the Cascade Mountains there. You're going to start to see that snow from the next Pacific storm system that's coming on shore. And we do have a dry frontal boundary down here in Southern California. Not going to bring any moisture, but it will help to increase your onshore flow as you're going to see more low clouds and fog for your Wednesday morning. Let's take a look at our next map here, and we're going to take a look at what our severe weather prospects are for tomorrow. Here we are in North Texas here and southwestern Oklahoma. You do have a region of marginal severe thunderstorms expected for your Wednesday. So this is a marginal risk here for severe thunderstorms, and that means that isolated severe thunderstorms can occur, and that doesn't mean that you're not going to see tornadoes in that. You could also see some large hail and damaging winds, but when it comes to the scale of severe weather, that is your lowest scale right there. So a little bit of a break from the enhanced and the moderate version risk of severe weather. So it's going to be kind of a marginal severe threat in this region for your Wednesday. And we're going to see thunderstorms extend all the way up into southwestern Minnesota for your Wednesday. So you do see some thunderstorms across the nation's midsection and through Arkansas, Kansas, Oklahoma here, Missouri, as well as Iowa and parts of Nebraska. You're going to see those thunderstorms as you work your way through the afternoon. We can see some thunderstorms here in the Pacific Northwest associated with that next storm system that's going to be coming on shore in this area. So you're going to see some non-severe thunderstorms in this area. Now, this area doesn't typically deal with severe thunderstorms, but it would be interesting to see some thunderstorms take place in that part of the country. And here we are as we move on to some of our regional forecasts. Now we're in the Great Lakes and the Northeast. The Northeast, we're going to see dry conditions for your Wednesday. Maybe a little bit of a few showers here in Maine and parts of Vermont, perhaps. Perhaps you can see a few showers, but for the most part, not going to be too much there. I doubt anybody will actually see anything, but that possibility does exist. And we have that storm now that's making its way across the country. Here it is going to be here in the Central Plains. We got Minnesota, Iowa, and Missouri. You're going to be dealing with those rain showers and some thunderstorms embedded into that through Missouri and Iowa. That's going to start to snake its way into Illinois and Wisconsin as well. As you make your way through the day, by the evening time, you'll be seeing those showers and thunderstorms maybe into Chicago and Detroit. Indianapolis as well. You're going to start to see those showers and thunderstorms, but you won't have to worry about it on the East Coast until maybe later in the day on Thursday as it makes its way to the east. Here we are with the Southeast now. You get another dry day here across the south, maybe a touch of a thunderstorm or shower down there in South Florida, across the Keys. Key West, maybe Key Largo, Marathon Key. You guys might see a shower or so, maybe a rogue thunderstorm down there, but nothing severe, just typical Florida weather for you. And you're going to see dry conditions up I-95 along the East Coast there through Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and the nation's capital is going to be dry for you Wednesday. Again, we're going to see those thunderstorms. Here's our threat for severe weather across parts of Texas, and that's going to extend into Oklahoma, and we can see that severe storm or two into Kansas as well as Missouri and Arkansas. Here we are. We're going to look at the Southwest. Mostly dry across the southwestern United States. Mostly dry across Texas. You may see that severe thunderstorm over in East Texas. But you're going to see that low clouds and fog here along the Pacific Coast Highway in the 405 in southern in LA there. You're going to see that low clouds and fog in the morning. That's going to burn off in the afternoons or mid-morning. You'll see that dry out there. And we're going to see that rainfall come on shore just north of the Bay Area. You're going to see that rainfall from maybe Sausalito north into Oregon. You're going to see that rain from that next storm system. And here's a look at the Pacific Northwest. That storm that's going to be coming on shore. Going to spread rain from Northern California through Oregon. We got Portland. And we get it right. We're going to make it right into about the Puget Sound area of Washington there. Seattle, you're not going to see that rain until maybe into the nighttime hours and into Thursday. You're going to see that rainfall. And then we're going to have that fog here across the eastern sections of Washington and northern Idaho. You might see a little bit of fog in that region. So here we are with a look at the temperatures overnight. Tonight, we're going to be talking those 20s and 30s here across the Pacific Northwest. Might see some 40s here along the shoreline. So Seattle and Portland, you're going to be comfortable tonight with those overnight lows tonight in the 40s. We're going to see things kind of moderate here in the northern plains ahead of that storm system for you Wednesday. And there's going to be some cloud cover out there. So those overnight low temperatures are going to be a little bit higher here for the northern plains. As we're going to see 40 for overnight low in Minneapolis. We're going to see some of those 30s across North Dakota. We're going to see those 40s come into South Dakota. But we will see those cold temperatures that we were dealing with across the central plains, the northern plains here, is currently now in the southeast and the mid-Atlantic states. And you're going to see those 30s as far south as Washington, D.C. Even Charlotte could have an overnight low of 36 degrees. So you're going to see those mid-30s as far south of North Carolina and Tennessee, where you might see the 40s over here in western Tennessee. And we're going to see those 40s across the deep south here into South Carolina, Georgia, as well as Mississippi and Tennessee. But Florida, once again, you're going to see those overnight lows from the mid-60s, where we're going to see the 40s in northern Florida to as much as the mid-70s down in South Florida. So Jacksonville could have an overnight low maybe about 45, but Miami going to have an overnight low of 74, which indicates that there is a frontal boundary down there in Florida that's responsible for those temperature contrasts. And as you make your way into Texas, you'll see those 60s for overnight low. We may see some low 70s down there in the Rio Grande Valley, but we will see those 50s in the Southwest once again for those overnight lows, as you're going to have wonderful sleeping weather in Arizona and California. And as we look at your daytime highs for your Wednesday, you're going to see those 90s, mid-90s through central Texas here, as we're going to see those upper 80s extend all the way into Oklahoma. It's going to fall off into the 70s as you move up through the high plains, the central and northern plains. We'll see those 40s, maybe try to get close to 50 in Minneapolis for your Wednesday as well. And we'll see those 60s in the Pacific Northwest with that new storm that's coming on shore and that rainfall and that little bit of snow mix in the mountains. So we'll have some mixed precipitation in the mountains. Things will be nice in the Southwest as we see temperatures approach 90 in Phoenix and Tucson. We'll see those 70s in the Southern California, or 60s in San Diego, 60s for LA if you live along the beaches. But it will warm to the 70s and 80s in the valleys and out in the desert. So as we take a look at the Northeast, we'll see those high temperatures hit the 50s now. We're going to hit the 50s, but we'll see 40s inland here into the northeast and New England. We'll also see 40s across the Great Lakes, northern Minnesota, as well as northern North Dakota, as we see those temperatures 39 at Minot. So we're going to see Williamson hit a high of 43 degrees for your Wednesday. So that was a look at the weather across the nation for your Wednesday. My name is Julie Godot. I'll be back to talk about Thursday. So remember what to do here. You know what to do here. Leave your likes, comments, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.